Hi guys, so if you haven't watched the last video, I would probably watch that video and then come back. But anyways, get ready with me while I tell you about the next couple of days. This may get a little bit hard to talk about. So after I had told my mom, I had a lot of time by myself because it was kind of a big, next couple of days. So my friends were going out and they obviously would have stayed at home if I would have asked them, but I kind of wanted to be alone anyways. This was the time period from after I'd found out to the time period when I came home for winter break. And I think I had finals. So, I had a little bit of time. It was the absolute worst. I can't even tell you how long it was because it was the worst days of my entire life. I know that my mom did keep reaching out, but I just didn't want to talk. I was up multiple nights all throughout the night, and I wasn't even doing anything. I was literally just thinking. I think with any situation like this, your mind is going to go to the worst possible places. I was ashamed, extremely embarrassed, to the point where I just didn't even want to think about telling anyone. I had a lot of regret. I was really mad at myself. I really did feel like an absolute failure and that my life was going to be forever ruined. I also would like to say that I knew deep down and in my heart that I would never go through with an abortion, and I just knew that that was not an option. I was always very strong in that belief ever since I was a little girl, and I truly believe that was Jesus preparing me for what I was going to go through later. So now I want to get into how my dad found out. My dad is my absolute best friend, and we have always been very, very close. He is the most supportive person I know, and I just love him so much. I did know that this was really going to disappoint him, though. So I had my mom tell my dad because I was extremely scared. I hadn't really talked much with my mom this day. I knew she was going to tell him, but I had no idea when. I didn't know if it was going to be that day. And I was just having a very, very tough day. When I saw that his name came up on my phone, that he was calling me, I was so nervous, but I just answered it. When I answered the phone, he was crying, and I had only I had only heard him really cry seen him cry a few times in my entire life. One was when he got me a purity ring on my 13th birthday and gave it to me in Chicago, and that was really the last time. But the only words that he had said to me on this call was, "I love you, I'm here for you, and I know you're gonna make the right decision." Those were the only three things. Clearly, what I knew he meant by this was me keeping the baby. Since then, he has told me that he was going through a lot of emotions, and he was actually really upset and super angry at me and was cussing and stuff, and then he decided to call way later. But truly, I'm just so thankful that I have had the support system that I have had in my family and in my friends and in my church and in all the people that have just been so supportive. I just truly feel for all of those girls, and it's given me such a broader perspective on people that don't have a family or supportive people around them going through something this hard. But I truly feel as though there's a lot of power to my story and what I have gone through, and I just want to be there for as many girls as I can that are going through similar situations. Every life is just such a blessing and is just such a gift from God, and I think I'm only going to understand that more when Crew gets here. My family and my friends and me are just so excited for his life and all the memories that come into this new chapter of my life. His story is just so beautiful, and I just love him so much. And I am naming him Crew Hudson because I already said that. I just love his name so much. I'm not going to say that there's not any hard days still, but I now have a really strong relationship with the Lord, and he is getting me through everything. There's also other parts of the story that I do want to share, and there's a lot of other, like, just crazy stories that have happened to me throughout, oh gosh, just throughout these last 8 months. It definitely has been crazy. But only 3 weeks left, and I just had my appointment, and everything is super healthy, and I'm just so excited. And also, thank you to just all the supportive comments and new followers. I'm just really excited for you guys to be able to come with me on this journey as well. I love you all.